Hey guys, welcome back. Today we understand one of the important functions in terms of conversion for Excel, and that's the value function. Yeah. So what value function does, it is more of a transformation function. So uh, it transform a text string transparently written in numbers into a quantitative value. So if there is a text string, yeah, suppose this is a text value, which is in the form of a text. If I want to convert it into a value, I can use the value function. Yeah, I can use the value function. Yeah, so it converts it into a value. So its hidden qualities work perfectly with date and time and quickly after the input text into number value. So inconsistent errors, I use it for data cleaning. In a practical scenario, I use it for data cleaning where I have to uh, change the data type of a particular value that is available and which is available in the form of text. I'm not able to perform any kind of operations on it in terms of calculations. Yeah. So in order to quickly remove those inconsistent errors or within a date or actual number, I use the value function. Whereas the Excel function, this value function generates errors instead of producing accurate results at times when you do not have the right value which is provided. So if I have a text instead of a value to do my calculation, it will not help me with it. Yeah. Usually use this particular function in multiple case scenarios. Like suppose I have a data from stock exchange, which I just pull out, and that usually what happens is when I paste the data in Excel, it is in a form of text. So to convert it into a value, I use the value function. Apart from that, any data correction in Excel reports loaded from external websites, any kind of compliance reporting that I have to do at times when data is being pulled from a balance sheet which is available on a A4 size paper printed, and I have to pull all that data onto my Excel sheet. At times you get them pulled as a text, so I have to convert them into a value. Also, in case where there is a custom data reporting or something like that, I use value function to get the empirical value of those particular texts which are quantifiable. Yeah. So let me first show you the function. So syntax of the function is very simple. So you have the value function, and then you have to specify the text which needs to be converted into a value. Yeah. Now, the points that you need to remember is a numeric value or a date time can be specified in the value function's first argument or the text. However, the date and number formatting will disappear. We'll see that. Like suppose I want to convert this date into a value. So let me see this. You can see it has been converted into a number. Same way, if I do it for this currency, you find the currency notation has just moved off. You no longer have this currency because it has lost its formatting. So if you're using a value function on a particular text or any other value, it will lose its value. So again, lose its formatting as such. So let me see this. If I'm able to do it for 2000, you can see this. It has lost the dollar sign, which is available at the start. Yeah. Whereas if you try to do it on a text, it will not have any uh, effect, rather it will give you an error because it has the value that has to, or the text that has to be converted into a value has to have a quantifiable significance. So where it is a number as such, which can be empirically converted into a number. Yeah. So the text should be a number which is available as a text in the cell reference and which has to be converted to a value. You cannot have a text converted to a value. Yeah, you cannot have alphabets converted to a value. That is incorrect. You cannot have A being converted to a particular value, right? So that's how it is. So that's the error that you get. Another thing that you need to understand is uh, if a number is already there and you want to convert it into a value, it will just give you a value. So there is no change because this is already a number, it's just quantifiable. Just changing it will not have any effect. Yeah. So the basic thing that you need to understand about this function is it converts a quantifiable text available within a cell reference or within the codes that has been given as an argument to a value that is a number. Could be a decimal number or it could be a whole number. Yeah, that's very much important point that you need to remember when you are trying to convert a text to a value as such. Yeah, and we saw. So if a particular text first argument is not a value, it will give you a value error. Or it's not a quantifiable item or cell reference, then it will give you a value error. Even if this particular function is referring to a null value. So if I do not have anything here, and if I try to say, give me a value of this cell, it will give me the value as 0. Yeah. So let's be careful about using it. Yeah. When you're trying to convert or transform any kind of data. Hope you understood the concept of this value function within text functions. Hope you like this video. Do like it, share it across with your colleagues who want to learn Excel. Comment if you want me to cover any of the topic in this 365 days of Excel journey. And yes, do not forget to subscribe to my channel because that's how you're going to get all these videos directly to your inbox. Moreover, it will keep me motivated to create such free content for y'all people and share my knowledge across to you. Thank you so much.